Dear friends, good evening. Some of you might have good morning, good afternoon, or others in the middle of the night. So I respect those guys who are connecting to us in the middle of the night. Yes, hello. I will ask the moderators to activate the chat so that we could communicate with our community. Well, how do you feel today? Alexey, how are you doing? That's the most important question, right? Combat spirit, as usual. Everything is following the plan. We are on the verge of turning another milestone. I lost this night's sleep. I know about that. A lot of interesting things are happening behind the scenes. I have a feeling when I want to tell you so many things, but I am not allowed to. Yes, I know the feeling. And we're being provoked to reveal a secret. And it's just on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot allow me to do that. Okay, guys, how do you feel? Show me your emoji signs. Give me fire signs or something. Are you prepared to listen to very important, valuable information? Person is writing, I also lost this night's sleep. Maybe you ended up in the same info field as we did. Hello, everyone from Bashkiria. Hello. We were busy to sleep tonight. Hello from Montreal. Okay, I see that there is a good connection. We were missing you. Yes, we decided not to do it too frequently because weekly AMA sessions are too much for us because questions repeat themselves and we were more focused on daily work. And we decided to do it once a month. But this once, on the eve of some events, we're going to do these AMA sessions more frequently. We're going to have another AMA session next Tuesday, 1 week from now, and yet another Tuesday that will be April 1st, for which we have already prepared some pranks for you that cannot even be called jokes. For us, it will be a reality. It is going to be no joke for us, and a huge leap forward in the development of the company. That is why this Tuesday and next Tuesday, we have decided to prepare more information for you and answer more of your questions because the next milestone that is going to be turned by the company is going to be out of this league. So it's quite likely that we're not going to put all this information in your heads within just one Tuesday. So we decided to do it within a few more AMA sessions. So now we are graduating to the next stage. On this good note, let us, in the beginning, go through some of the important things. We are going to try to make it briefer today because we can talk about it for hours. Let's tell our community what was happening in the past few weeks, and after that, maybe we'll cover some things that we want to show and tell you about today, because many people were waiting for that. We have launched DexPN, and we started receiving some feedback from our users and our clients. The feedback is very positive. There are some critical notes, but most of them are related to the problems with the fine-tuning and installing the system, but it's also valuable for us. But about, I would say 97% of all the feedback are the words of amazement on how it works in a place where it was not supposed to work, according to the opinion of the people using standard private virtual networks. And I have a proposal to integrate it into smart TVs and other systems. We are aware of that, and thank you for this feedback and your recommendations. That will be the next stage. We'll move towards this one step at a time. Now, we're very close to the mobile cloud solution, and we'll have the cloud solution and the mobile application. And I have an internal feeling that we're going to release the production version with not only the mobile version of the cloud, but also a native application for PCs. I was trying to how to what word to use this to say PC or laptop. Most people are using laptops. Nobody's using, your regular PC with a separate monitor. But anyway, a lot of things are happening now. But the most interesting thing is going to start as of April 1st. As of April 1st, we're going to surprise many of you. Together with DexPN, we have launched, I would like to remind you that we have DexID as well, already launched together with DexPN. You can test it and see how it works. And I'm sure that many people have tested it already in this format. So it's work in progress. It has been launched, it's been released and actively tested already to make sure that we scale it up and cover other to be released products. So everything is following our plans. We have huge plans for the first quarter of this year. And when we were doing the broadcast after New Year, when we showed the roadmap in the first quarter, many people provided their feedback saying how it's unrealistic because there are so many things to do. But we still have time, guys. If you think that we won't have time to do that, we still have time until the end of the month. That is why we're not going to stop surprising you. Take my word for it. And that's why we decide to do this AMA sessions in 3 Tuesdays in a row for you to wrap your heads around what happened in the first quarter, because it has passed so quickly for us because we were part of the process, and that's how the time flies. But we do it one step at a time, one stage at a time, and by the end of the month for sure, we're going to surprise you with some new updates and news. Not only by the end of the month, I have a feeling that throughout the whole month of April, we're going to have full of surprises. Yes, I've just reminded you that the first quarter is going to be completed, and we're going to keep this high bar. It's the development and everything. We are trying to stick to the plan. Although in the past 10 days, we're entering the final lap, but we're doing everything according to the plan. Even more than originally planned, actually. Some other things are done parallel to what we originally planned for. And I'm sure you're going to hear about this good things that we have done. I've seen now when people reminded me about marketplace, many people have this question, and many people were asking this question about the marketplace. When? Again, our first quarter is not over yet, so marketplace is a reality. We're not planning to show it to you today, but I think Alexey is not going to take it against me if I'm going to show a demo version to you of the marketplace first. Of course, it's not finished work, but I'm going to show you the beta version. It's 90% ready. We're going to fine-tune a couple of other features, but would you mind if I share my screen and show it to others? No problem. The marketplace is not going to be released today, but out of respect to you who joined this webinar, especially considering our promises that we are about to do, we never do it like this, like demo version, but we're going to do it out of the respect for you. Igor is going to share this marketplace. This is like peeking through a peephole, see what it looks like. Igor, up to you now. Yes, now I'm going to share. I'll be waiting for some feedback from you. This is the chief title page of the marketplace. It's going to be animated. In the final release, it's going to be even more fun, but you can already see the main title page, and then you go to the store. That will take you to the store, and here you can see the most interesting goodies. We'll have all sorts of goodies that you can scroll through like this. Everything looks very posh and super cool. Many other goodies are going to be added to the Dex store. What else do we have? We can go down, and there you can see the full gallery. That's what it looks like. And what do we have here? We have different categories like You can leave all, and we have different goods. Like I want to buy a cap. I choose a cap. I see different sizes. I see different colors, and I can buy it. I can change the color to the white. DexNet color, I call it. Okay, I like white color. Most interesting thing is when you click on the plus sign, that will zoom it in, and you'll be able to see a 3D version and turn it around like this. You can pivot around and see what it looks like. Getting closer, zoom in, zoom out. And the same can be done for the different goods which are on sale here. Let's say, t-shirt, right? I like this t-shirt. I click on the zoom. I can zoom in, zoom out, and again, turn it around, tilt, look at the side from the underside, just like in reality. Looks really cool. Again, different sizes. I choose the color. What else do we have to sell? Notebooks. Again, you can turn them around. Again, all the goods are going to be in this format. Zoom in, turn around, rotate, tilt. That's how it's going to work. Next, if I've chosen something to buy, I want to buy, say, the cap, baseball cap. I like it. I click on buy it. I put it into the shopping cart, like in a regular online shop. I put in the shopping cart. I see it. I can multiply the number of copies, 5, 6. I see how much it costs. I see the cost per unit. I see the final cost, and I click on confirm. Here I put in my, let's look at the test. Let's see how it's going to work. Put in the testing, because if you put in your real name, then you will receive a lot of letters then with all sorts of proposals. No, it's going to be the test identity. While guys are asking questions whether it's going to be bought with DexNet tokens, of course, guys, this is the general idea. First of all, you will be able to buy it with USDT. Secondly, you'll be able to buy it with DEX tokens. You'll be able to buy it with tokens that were generated by Huracan tap. Not only that, we're going to have a lot of other things. This is the marketplace that a lot of people were waiting for. Okay, over to you, Igor. I put in some test identity data. You put in some of the parameters of the which currency to choose, cryptocurrency or USDT, or 3 versions from the beginning. And then we'll see, maybe we'll attach some other options here. If you click on get payment address, I get QR code with the address. That after I make the payment, I click on payment complete. You're getting thanked here, saying that your payment status is pending. As soon as it is confirmed, you'll get the confirmation that the purchase is confirmed and you have bought it. And one of the things still left here is how to attach DexNet token, and USDT is already operational here. We need to attach DexNet token here and also Huracan tokens. Can you imagine the Huracan tokens that you have tapped? You can buy real stuff. And next Tuesday, I'm sure it's going to be fully released, because our deadline is the end of this week, and you'll be able to start using it. By the next broadcast, we're going to show the rate for what will be the rate of DNC tokens that we generated in Huracan tap, how much, say, a baseball cap would cost. Many things you'll be able to buy with DNC tokens. So this is the reality. And also the tokens that you have generated with a game, you'll be able to buy some real goodies. And it's not all. We're going to have eSIM and the crypto cards and many, many other things available for sale for the tokens that you have generated in Huracan tap. Now, many, many other things are going to be added here, but this is the basic stuff that I wanted to show to you. for you to understand that it's not just promises, it's already a done work. I've shown you live how it works. See, I was scrolling, clicking, zooming in, zooming out, and it's going to be released real soon. Some of the goods have been tested by me already, like the hoodie here. I was wearing that hoodie in Bucharest. I was in style of a typical IT guy because Igor tends to be dressed in suits. It was an interesting tandem when Igor was negotiating and wearing suit. I could afford to wear a baseball cap and a hoodie. Now, right now, you're wearing the merchandise, right? Yes, exactly. I bought 5 caps. 2 of those caps were taken away from me during webinars. I keep 3 copies. I like them very much. So how do you like the marketplace? Please provide your feedback, whether you like it or not. Those people who have been in our office, they have seen the merchandise showcase. We have it right here in the office. It's a closed showcase with a window where people could see the display and see the quality of those products. Take my word for it, we're not doing some cheap stuff. These are all high quality goods. People are using them and they're quite happy. Yes, we see your feedback. Thank you very much. Cool marketplace. Well done. Super. It's just like honey. Okay, super. I think it's all self-evident. There are no questions about that. Very soon, we're going to release the final version and we'll make the announcement. I guess it will be next Tuesday. You must attend the next Tuesday AMA session for you to understand what would be the exchange rate for the tokens and the DNC tokens. I see a lot of questions about the marketplace. Guys, I'd say let's return to marketplace a bit later because we want to tell you about other things. We just showed you our workshop, like what generally is happening behind the scenes here. But we're going to have a separate presentation of the marketplace and we'll answer all the questions there. Okay, very good. Then I guess we can move on, right? The main goal of today's communication was blockchain, right? On the tangent, we have touched on other things, but we would like to focus on blockchain today. We're working on the back office now and behind the scenes. We're doing a lot of work. On the parallel, we do different things for the blockchain. And today, I guess it makes sense to remind you once again what kind of blockchain we're developing, how it's going to compete with other blockchains, because it's one of the most important questions. And most interesting thing is our tokenomics. What many people were waiting for, what many people were asking about. This is the first internal announcement, and I'm going to start sharing the screen and we'll start. I guess you can see my screen. Yes, I see your slide. Very good. Now, let us start. Just like we were saying, in fact, it is true. Nobody can tell us that we're wrong. No matter how many times we meet people, they keep asking us, why Web 4? Because Web 3.0 is not there yet. And you're talking about Web 4. And when I start telling them and start immersing them into our backstory why we keep calling it Web 4. We start explaining, and then at the end, nobody can contradict us, say that no, you're wrong. It's not Web 4. There have never been a case when people would say categorically you're wrong. You cannot use Web 4. But by fact it is, because what the market has is one thing, but what we have brought, introduced to the market is a totally different story. I guess I will turn it over to you, Alexey, because there will be some technical things to be shared with our community here. But I guess people are seeking this knowledge from you because you're a tech guy. And then I'll talk about tokenomics. Thank you, Igor. The main thing that distinguishes us from other existing blockchain is the cost of transactions, not in money, but in power consumption. In regular words, for any blockchain to exist, no matter which blockchain we're talking about here, they use a lot of computation powers for that. And each transaction done in a blockchain network consumes quite a lot of power. That's where the questions come about why some blockchains transactions commissions are high, other blockchains commissions are low, but they're still growing. Like even those blockchains that offer low commissions, they increase them with time. It's like a marketing ploy. Remember what happened to Ethereum when we were testing USDT or just a regular Ethereum transaction and the commission was low. But now if you do it Ethereum transaction, it's quite expensive compared to what other alternative blockchains have to offer. Now we look towards Tether, which is based on Tron TRC20. Looked like a cool alternative, but again, the price of transaction is going up. People are switching over to Binance Smart Chain. It sounds like a good low transaction commission, but again, this is a temporary story because the commission of the transaction is growing with time. It cannot be so low because the power consumption for such a transaction is quite high. And our main distinguishing power is that we have absolutely minimal consumption of energy. Each DEX node consumes just 3 watts per hour. What is 3 watts per hour? Your iPhone during the charging, especially if it is iPhone 16, consumes more than 20 watts per hour, sometimes 27 and 30 watts per hour. If we're talking about more serious models, it is much more basically than the consumption of energy by our DEX node. So the transactions happening in the network of our blockchain are low consuming ones. They do not consume kilowatts of energy. Our DEX nodes do not heat up. The average temperature of DEX node is 25 degrees, but if you put it next to the Wi-Fi router or some heat source, of course it can go up, but it's not like 60 or 70 degrees that need to be evacuated through heat exchangers, like in the powerful service. The same is true about the noise. There are no active cooling systems in our DEX node, so the noise level is down to 5 decibels. I would say that the Fly generates about 15 or 18 decibels. Basically, it's complete quietness. That's what I'm talking about here. And that's what we are unique about. Again, speaking about decentralization, Igor is saying Web 4.0, or sometimes he's saying fully decentralized blockchains. What about our blockchains? Are they not fully decentralized? How can it be? And there is one nuance here because we're using low-powered DEX nodes, which are owned by our clients and validators, and they're located in regular flats or apartments. Each DEX node is not controlled by a data center, by any specific consumer who takes care about their internet connection, make sure that the DEX node keeps working. They're swiping the dust from it. They don't put it next to the heat source because it's money for them, first thing. And secondly, it's ideology. The person is fully invested into creating together with us new blockchain technologies. So these are the main distinguishing features. And yesterday also we had a very interesting meeting, and they were asking us, okay, you have blockchain because there are many blockchains now in the market. And they just these 3 things, all of them together, of course, they're all like low-powered DEX nodes and low noise and everything. But when you tell them this, I was in the office, I showed them the DEX node, try to imagine we deploy our blockchain on such little devices. And people those people who understand how it works, they start understanding the value behind this. Say, wow, it's really cool. It sounds really out of this world. So the market can really be surprised by this. If we compare, actually, there is nobody that we can compare us to because everybody's using high-powered sources to maintain their blockchains. Okay, now, yes, I'm sorry. Igor is too modest. He says no matter who you show to, because I remember who he was showing these dex notes to the office, to what kind of people, what kind of important those people are in terms of blockchain in the world. And no matter who you show, there's a not like your regular people who Igor was showing into. They're very serious guys. I'm not going to mention their names now, but they're like top owners of top blockchains that the whole market knows about. And people knowing about that, participating in the blockchain, the processes of those work, they came to us and said that we're doing some cool thing, that it's real breakthrough technology. So we have to take their advice seriously. Yes, now, next slide. I've shown the prospects for the market, the market predictions, and there's nothing else to add here because as of 2024, there are 10 billion, right? Yes, the Web3 market is valued at 10 billion, but by 2030 is going to be valued at 50 billion. These are the numbers that we're entering. Now, this is not simply the market that nobody cares about and like with low traction. No, this is a huge market with big money value attached to it, and we're entering it. We'll be able to compete with all the existing blockchains, and this is a fact. I guess I've made enough announcements already about who we're going to compete with. Now, I think it makes sense to look closer, and Alexey will add something to this. We have a whole ecosystem, the blockchain. When yesterday I was asked, what do you have in your ecosystem? What is your valuation? What do you have? Why did you evaluate your rounds like this? Why did you evaluate your coin during listing like this? I start to tell them what we have. Even on this slide, you can see that around blockchain in our ecosystem, what we'll have. These are all our products, and Dex Cloud and Dex Mobile, Dex Safe, that is going to be actively involved in all blockchain processes. This is a super cool and connected product related to blockchain, and Explorer and DexNetChain Bridge for the exchange, and Token Constructor, our own Dex, likes our own Dex exchange, where you can put it in staking and do some farming. When you show it to people, they start realizing that guys have done their homework, right? And when you show them what was done in the last year, they have stop asking any questions because they say, okay, now I see that you have done some serious work. You can enter the market without any fears, showing some serious value. Can you add something, Alexey? Yes, there's one other service not shown here. It's Dex Health. I'm going to show it to you later. It's a high-tech product, very interesting, very unorthodox, but otherwise it's all good. Yes, no, there are no details. I just mentioned this product. He said that with this product, you'll be able to enter history books with huge corporations and foundations, like institutional investors. With a product, health products, it's going to be blockchain connected, and there will be other interesting things. So the prospects of that product are indefinite. The roadmap, just to remind you, what we were expected to have in Q1, Q4 of 2024, you know already that we sold out the validation keys We were doing some testnet through Huracan tab. We developed the DexNetChain blockchain, and the quarter one plan quarter one is not over yet. I remind you, it was to create the tokenomics and the white paper. Today we're going to present to you the tokenomics. It's ready. White paper is almost done. It's of course interconnected. We're going to launch once again the DexNet chain tester now with validators. When all the validators will be testing it, we'll be graduating to that new phase. It's all done. It's all work in progress. And now we are showing quarter two now. We're not going to show other quarters because quarter two is going to have a lot of activities. We'll do it one quarter at a time. One quarter is done, we'll show the next quarter. Because we have many, many plans, it'll take 3 full pages to cover it. So in this quarter, everything is shown here. In quarter two, we'll develop and launch the DexNet chain swap. We'll develop and launch DexChain bridge, develop and launch the token constructor, and then we'll conduct the pre-sale DexNet chain coin, do some rounds, and integrate Dex20 with different exchanges and protocols. And of course, we'll scale up the network itself and launch the DeFi ecosystem. This is as far as the swaps and bridges are concerned. We're going to scale them up, integrate with other chains, and do some grants and hackathons together. This is our plans. If you have anything to add, Alex, here, you can do that. I think I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Yes, you can continue. Okay. Yes. We have shown a few steps how we're going to enter the market. We'll do it through airdrops, all sorts of bounty platforms, influencers. Airdrops will be done for those people who will do swaps on our Dex swap, or those people who will be providing liquidity pools or cross-chain swaps. Some airdrop will be dedicated to that. This is stage one. Second stage will be grants. We'll look towards launching some tournaments, announcing some competition between program developers who will do better game on our blockchain, who will develop better NFT platform, who will develop better some other products. Where we'll be inviting program developers by motivating them by grants. Development of apps, development of games, and hackathons. Hackathons is about the same thing, but just want to have security hackathon with program developers. We're going to attract all crypto community to our project. Moreover, yesterday I learned that we can participate in all sorts of grants and offer our products to other blockchains. And this way we'll integrate with other top blockchains like Arbitrum, Solana, and others where they do these things. According to our plan, we're going to do that. Next, that will be next sales stage. Some pre-sale rounds, seed round, private round, public round. And today we're going to focus on that for you to understand what I'm talking about here. And ambassadors. Yesterday we had a meeting. I'm not going to mention it. Alexey knows about this. I'm not going to name names here, but in that list of ambassadors, we're going to have very, very important and well-known people. I know about others. If I have seen it elsewhere, I would take it quite seriously. And I would have realized that those people are not going to sell their reputation like this to be advisors or ambassadors, or would provide their support to a blockchain project. So very soon we're going to prepare it and make an official presentation to the whole crypto community. And I'm sure it's going to make top news in all the continents and countries. Okay, enough with intrigue. Okay, you can add buckle up. Yeah. Let's move on to the other subject matter so that we leave some time for questions. Most interesting and most important thing for you to know today about the numbers, because everybody's interested in numbers. People look at the numbers, they count in numbers, And today we'll talk numbers. I'll tell you about the tokenomics of DexNet chain of our coin. The overall emission, I remind you, is 1 billion coins. The distribution of this 1 billion is shown in this table. We have a team, community, 50%. I will explain what it means. Market making, 10%. Funds and investors, 5%. Some major funds and investors who will join our blockchain. Already we are in the process of serious negotiations. Again, I'm not at liberty to reveal this secret. Advisors, they will play an important role. And 3 rounds of pre-sale: seed, private, and public. For all of that, we'll have 5% for seed, 8% for private, and 10% for public round. Altogether, it is 50, 80, and 100 million. Now we'll tell you a unique thing. It is a real know-how. Yesterday, I showed it to people who have been in this business for many years, have spent half of their life in blockchains and pre-sales. When I showed it to them, yes, they have heard something about it in other blockchains, but the gist of how it works, they've never seen it before in the market. It's going to be absolutely unique. What I can tell you, there are seed rounds, private and public rounds, and everybody will be able to participate in these rounds. Of course, the first round, the most interesting one, here we'll have the claim. In Russian, yeah, it's like a lock for 12 months, and then it's going to be unlocked. 1/12 is going to be unlocked every month right away at TGE at the listing moment. As soon as it is listed, those people who were part of the seed round will have available to them 5% of their allocation. So the 5% of the value of coins will be made available to them right after the coin listing. If it is a private round, it is going to be 10%. If it is private round, it's 15%. It's also super cool thing when right away they will have something available for them. That's something they can touch and test, because many people do some things with TGE when 1 or 2 years, when claims start in 1 or 2 years. Only then the investors who invested into this coin or token start feeling something. These are totally different stories when we're talking about DexNet token or coin. There are different strategies. It is like the coin of our blockchain, which is going to keep our blockchain working. The listing price is 0.3. The expected capitalization is 300 million. Now, even more interesting, this is I mentioned some of the percentages here, and 50% goes to the community. What does it mean? It includes airdrops, it includes liquidity pools. Some coins will go into liquidity pool, staking, and grants. That's what the 50% will cover. It will be done gradual, not like 50% is going to be dumped on the market right away. It will take years, like 5, 10 years. Gradually, 1 bit at a time, this 50% is going to be released to the market. Now, I guess everybody will find it interesting how to participate and how they will be able to participate in the pre-sale. We have an interesting formula or approach. I call it bonding curve. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. It's an interesting model, and how it's going to work. To participate in the pre-sale, you need to buy yourself NFT. We'll have 3 rounds: seed, private, and public. And the price is going to change with each. There will be 2 factors that are going to affect the price. Say I want to enter the seed round, the price will start from 0.04 to 0.06. That's the price for this round. What does it mean? It means that when I enter it, if I'm the first to enter, I'm going to buy coins at 0.04. Every hour, once every 60 minutes, the price of the coin is going to change. Once every 60 minutes. Second value, if all the coins are going to be bought up, available for that hour, let's say 50 million, simple math, you divide 50 million by 15 days, because the first round will take 2 weeks. We subdivide 50 million by 15 days, then by 24 hours, it will get 140,000 coins per hour. Or if 1 hour passes, the price changes, or the all 140,000 is bought up and the price is changing as well. Every 60 minutes or after we run out of the amount available for that hourly pool, the price will change. So no matter what you do, if you want to participate in pre-sale or allocation, the price is going to grow still. Whatever stays over from round 1 goes to the round 2 goes to round 3, and so on. NFT. There are different NFTs. Now I'm going to start with the NFTs. And then you'll realize in details how it works. It is important for you to understand how it will work. To participate in pre-sale, you need to buy an NFT. The first NFT, it is for seed round. It will cost $100. And $100 is the NFT that gives you a number of privileges. It's not simple a ticket to the participation seed round. It's the first privilege. There's a list of other privileges provided by this NFT. First, it's the access to allocation to seed round for $500. If I have one NFT, I can buy allocation in coins for $500. Secondly, I can participate in the airdrop, even if I don't want to buy allocation or participate in allocation for $500. I can simply buy NFT and participate in the airdrop that will happen after the end of the pre-sale. We'll have some airdrop where I will automatically participate because I own NFT. Only those people who own NFT will be subject to airdrop. And sure enough, they will have more coins participating in this airdrop because people paid for their NFTs, right? Next, allocation that will come to our DexNet chain. I know some projects will be listed there. Coins, tokens, they will be coming to our blockchain. We'll be doing their selection based on our selection criteria, and only the top projects will be chosen. And we'll share this information with NFT owners. You'll be able to participate in subsequent allocations. Then there will be a role in Discord, some additional merchandise, and the ticket for the next event of the company. Let's say we're gathering, say, in Brazil. Whoever owns NFT will be able to fly to Brazil and will organize a ticket to enter that 3-day event at the Web Summit. This is for you to understand how it works. If we do another event, another place, you simply fly in, and our task is to give you an entry ticket to participate in that event. Another important thing, NFT, if you bought NFT and you have $500 allocation and you're prepared to participate for $500, you must use up this allocation in 7 days. If you haven't used it up in 7 days, it burns up. To get this allocation again, you will have to buy another NFT. Not to take too long for you to understand that the first week, if you haven't bought it, then you move on and other people can buy this NFTs and participate in allocations. That's why 7 days is the period everybody will have to use up their allocations. Let's say the first round will last for 2 weeks. So you have 1 week to use the allocation. If you haven't used it, you still have the second week. Maybe you thought better, you can buy a second NFT and do this allocation anyway. Another important thing, if you bought 3 NFTs and you have closed allocations, I have bought 3 NFTs for $300. I have covered 3 allocations, $500 each, and I get additional bonus, 5,000 DexNet chain coins. I get 5,000 coins in blockchain as a gift. And we also have a referral program for NFT. It's 10% in USDT from first line NFT sales. Everything is quite straightforward. All other NFTs act in the same manner. The only difference is that the price changes. In the private round, there will be $75 worth of NFT and $50 for NFT. Same privileges, but the price will change. At the private, there will be $1,000 allocation for you to participate for $1,000. And here you have $2,000 for the public round. And the same is true about the bonuses. If you buy 3 NFTs using the allocation, you will get 10,000 DexNetChain coins, and he will give you 15,000 DexNetChain coins, additional to whatever you gather from allocations. But an important thing here, there are very few people who did this. I personally never participated in this projects. There are referral programs on two rounds for NFTs. On the third round, there is also a bonus, a referral program from allocation sales. If I tell my friend who came in and bought NFT and allocation, I get 10% from NFT and I get 5% from my friend's allocation. Try to imagine how cool it is. If he bought it for $1,000, I will get $50 as 5% for the referral. That's how it's going to work, and everybody will be able to participate. It's super easy. Most importantly, don't forget that there is some time limits. There are two factors: 1 time frame, 1 hour time frames, and the first round, 140,000 per hour. You will see two bars. Well, you'll see that you have time running out or the number of tokens are running out. And you need to make it in the first or the second line. Every hour, the coin price is going to go up. And starting from, let's go back, well, starting from 0.04 in seed rounds, will end up in public round with 0.110 cents. And listing price will be 0.30 cents. Whoever will enter this seed private and public rounds, they will find themselves in a very good situation. And don't forget, if we go back, everyone has access to 5, 10, and 15% to allocations that you will buy in these rounds. It will be made available to you at the listing moment. So if you have any questions that I've missed, we can add them, Alexey. If not, then let's get some feedback, because I did it quite quickly. I know maybe not everybody caught everything. I looked at the feedback in the chat. I would like to summarize some things because the amount of information is quite big. And I see that some people start getting lost in all this terminology. Let's do it one thing at a time. First, we'll launch blockchain, but DexNet token is going to stay in this blockchain as a token. We will migrate from DEP20 to DEX20 standard. DexNet token will stay DexNet token. At the same time, blockchain will have its own native coin. If we're using Binance Smart Chain and our DexNet token is used as a token, mother coin is BNB. But our blockchain will also have our native coin, but not BNB, but the coin of our own blockchain. For the launch of blockchain, we'll do the pre-sale. To participate in the pre-sale, you need to own NFT. And there are 3 different options for NFT. $100, $75, and $50. When you buy NFT, you get an opportunity within 7 days to participate in the pre-sale by choosing different allocations and all the other goodies that Igor mentioned. I will ask moderators to pay more attention to the chat, please. Now, another thing. What happens to token pre-sale? Yes, this bonding curve, this difficult word. What is happening to pre-sale? To participate in pre-sale, not to participate in pre-sale, but rather to get the best out of pre-sale, it is important to react on time to the offers, because the price of the coin is growing every hour or every sold pool. Whatever gets sold in the first round, the round gets closed. If it is not sold up, it goes to the next round. Why are we going to use the native coin? What is it good for? We'll use it to pay the gas for DexNet token. Whenever you do DexNet token transaction, the gas will be paid in our native coins, whose pre-sale is going to be organized in this seed private and public sales. It is absolutely voluntary thing. You can decide to participate or not. But anyway, the launch of blockchain with absolutely crazy opportunities. Of course, the price of token at pre-sale is going to be super low. And as Igor showed in the first slides, the price of the first seed round is the best, and it is limited, of course. Then we'll have private round, again limited, the price a bit higher, and then public round, the amount is limited, the price a bit higher, and then we'll start the listing at the price of 30 cents, and then it's up to the market to regulate it. But otherwise, we'll use other instruments that we have prepared for the market to react very positively to that. This is very briefly, I understand this is a new subject matter for you. I see Olga is writing. I came in a bit late. I understand that it's a difficult thing to understand. It's new for you, but guys, this is the next graduation class for DexNet, and this is why we have decided to dedicate our next 2 Tuesdays to these discussions. I will tell you right away that to participate in these rounds will open this opportunity not only to our communities. It is an important thing. So we want our communities to be the first to learn about this, to be the first to understand how it will work. It is our community that needs to get all the questions answered, and we'll open the first seed round. You need to make educated decision to buy or not to buy, understanding what will happen to it later on. Crypto community acts much quicker. They understand these things better. That's why they can simply buy up all of these rounds. And then when our community finally decides that it makes sense to participate when blockchain is released, and then they will start complaining, why didn't you tell us? Because we wanted to be part of it. That is why, out of respect to you, we start first with our community. We show it to you how it works. We are prepared to present it to you with some advance notice, although seed rounds are going to be made available in April. But before April, we want you to have all your questions answered, and then you can make an educated decision what to do about it. Another important note is that the NFT that everybody will be buying is not just one-off purchase. These are things that are going to benefit you, many other things for many years to come, because NFT is the first thing they can give you is the participation and allocation of this blockchain coin. You will get access to airdrops and other privileges, and the participation of other allocations that will be announced in our blockchain. Additionally, this NFT is going to contribute to you some additional privileges that will add to this list. So this NFT is going to be indeed valuable, and we're going to list it. And this NFT, well, there are many things that you can do with this NFTs, but the idea is that these are not like one-off things that you buy once and forget about it. No, this will bring you more privileges and benefits in future. When you fly to an event, you have access to this event if you own an NFT. This is the first thing that I've seen about somebody asked what to do with this NFT. This is answer to this question. Allocations to $1,000 and $2,000. You have allocation to 500. You can use whatever you want. Out of this 500, you can use only $50 allocation or $100 for you to decide. But the maximum allocation is $500, but you can buy it for whatever you want. If you want to buy more than 500, then you can buy more NFTs, then more allocations will be added. That's how it's going to work. I see people asking questions in the chat. What will happen to DexNet token? Guys, once again, a key thing for you to know. The whole DexNet company's ecosystem builds around DexNet token. DexNet token is generated by our Dex nodes, or rather is credited to the owners of DexNet nodes. DexNet token is accepted as the unit of value to pay for different services. The native coin is used exclusively to pay for the transactions, for the gas fee, like with BNB. Now, DexNet token on Binance Smart Chain to pay for the transactions, they get commission in BNB. The same story. But still, the core of the system is DexNet token. But the blockchain coin is the gas fee. Yes, it will participate in some other things, but you won't be able to pay this with this gas for eSIM card or for the cloud, you'll be able to use only DexNet for that. So we are using this coin to strengthen the token, and token will be used to strengthen the coin. That will be the synergy. Each transaction happening in our blockchain will use as gas fee the native coin. So we're talking about reinforcement of each other. The question was where to buy it. And the next broadcast we'll talk about this, and we'll show and tell you how to do this. Now, we have provided some information what you have to prepare yourself for. And Alexey has mentioned this. It's going to be a large-scale entry to the market. All jokes aside, we understand what kind of meetings and negotiations we're holding, what kind of ambassadors and advisors coming to our office. We understand how big it's going to be. We start recording a number of podcasts. Next week, we're going to record some podcasts with influencers. It's going to be super large scale, and entry to the market is equally huge. So please be ready for that. In the first seed round, you won't have to wait all 7 days. You won't be able to use up your allocation 7 days because the round might close up quicker than that. And it's important to understand for you. Next thing, another question about NFTs. Like NFT gold is less, but the allocation is higher, or bonus is higher. Why? This is why it is done. So the first allocation, first round, is the best one, and the NFTs are more expensive, but closer to the listing, the amount of coins sold will be bigger, and the NFT will cost less. So there is no test for us to make. So these are NFTs with actual value attached to that, something that you won't be able to do with that. And we'll give you access to some future allocations as well. So that's some additional information about NFTs. Same is true about token. It is super important to underline a number of times that in no way is going to negatively affect token. Token is going to stay with us forever, because only with tokens will give you 20% discount. All the services are centered around token, and native coin will pay the gas fee only. Once again, just for you to repeat. What else? I guess we can take a couple of more questions. Another person is asking which token is better, DexNet token or native coin. They're both very good. Around DexNet token, the whole ecosystem of the company is built with obvious prospects around this. Blockchain native coin is used to pay for the transactions as gas fee. So it's a synergy between the two things. Both the token and the coin will equally participate in the distribution of benefits. There's another question, I briefly read it. Why through NFT? What funds are not going to look at this NFT? Sorry, no, funds are not going to enter at NFT conditions. Funds are going to enter parallel to the whole process, because there are funds. There will be individual negotiations with funds. It's a different story for them, and we'll have a different round of negotiations with them with different discussion. It's not like, you're a fund, first you buy NFT and then you can do some allocation. Of course, we're not going to communicate with funds like this, or advisors or big ambassadors are going to help promote our blockchain. So it's all different on a different plane. And trust me, when the seed round is going to be launched, you'll hear very well-known names and well-known companies and funds who have joined or will join our company. It will happen parallel to that. It was Alexander who asked this question. I hope to have answered this. Okay, we've been communicating for an hour already. Yes, if If you have questions about DexSafe, you should channel your questions to tech support. You'll get quicker answers. Another thing, we'll have a separate page on the site. On blockchain, we'll have separate page on pre-sale which you can enter, log in, and connect your wallet to. There will be some other wallets connectable to that. You can synchronize with your wallet, and there all different terms and allocations will be made available there on that single platform through your back office. So this page is going to be tested very soon, and we're getting ready in the beginning of April to have the first seed round. So it's work in progress. Soon is going to be made available to you with all the tutorials and instructions. Olga is asking another question. If we buy only NFT, don't take any allocations, then it won't give you anything. It will give you access to airdrop, but airdrop will depend on how many NFTs are going to be sold, because part of NFTs are going to be redirected sizable to the distribution of airdrop. There will be some airdrop, but we don't know which, because everything will depend on which size will be used for NFT. If you buy or close allocation, it's quite easy how it will work. It's guaranteed. If it is airdrop, then we'll understand a bit later how it will work after the closure of all 3 rounds. Very good. I guess it was our first very positive broadcast and very informative too. And I guess we need some time to sleep over it and come next Tuesday to revisit it once again. We'll provide some additional info about this for you to understand how it will work, what has already been launched, what negotiations and pre-agreements we have with. And so next Tuesday, I promise, is going to be even more fun, closer to April. You need to be fully aware of this. Our task is to inform you about our plans to make sure that everybody who joins us during this webinars have full understanding how it's going to work, because it's very important for us, for our community, to fully understand this. And it's going to be a large scale indeed, and it's going to be disseminated around different continents. I invite different guys like from Brazil also too, and we'll make a very serious announcement there with serious focus on pre-sale. I guess we'll include different resources and connect different continents where in negotiations with this. So you are invited for the next Tuesday webinar. There are almost 500 people here today, and I guess all of you have received very valuable and important information. You can sleep over with this information, prepare your questions for the next Tuesday session. We'll go through your questions next Tuesday. That's the first thing. And the second thing, I repeat what Igor has said about Brazil. The experience of previous exhibitions have demonstrated that the exhibitions, IT exhibitions, are the places where the most efficient sales take place. The most efficient partnerships are started and forged. If you are in Latin America, or if you have an opportunity to fly to Brazil, you have my strong recommendations to do that. You can also plan this date to fly to Brazil and be next to our stand. When we were at the exhibition in Bucharest, it was a major crypto expo in Europe, and there our company was a sensation because we had the most interesting and fun stand, and we have garnered the award of the best, how do you call it in Russian? Okay, I'll call it the most unorthodox blockchain. I guess that would be the right translation. And after that, We had so many other people and representatives of other blockchains attending our stand that we had a small team, about 20 people there, and only that team was selling. If there were more people, all of you already have DexID, you'll be able to use this opportunity more efficiently, especially those people who are from Europe. This is a gold mine for you. Those people who didn't come to Bucharest, although you could, you shoot yourself in the leg. And each exhibition is always better than the previous one. Last time we flew to Portugal, right? It was Web Summit in Portugal, 70,000 people. It was our first major exhibition attempt. We came there, we didn't buy the best of the stands. We kept an eye on the atmosphere. We realized how interesting it is. Our next exhibition was in Bucharest. We bought the best stand there. We did our homework and received very good results. Then we found other things that we can work on. And as a result, our next exhibition will take place in Brazil, where we have plans to organize it at even a higher and better level. And there will be together with our advisors of blockchain. It will be super strong because advisors are super recognizable in the world of cryptocurrency as well. So it makes sense to be there for sure, because we need your assistance to close the deals. We need your help to start new partnerships. If you'll be there, trust me, it will be super useful for all of you. I guess it's done. Let's unblock, activate the chat so that people could share the emotions. The smut lovers can also share their emotions. I see that some people with unstable minds get affected by this sensational news as well. Okay, I see a lot of fire signs. Dankeschön. I see German guys I hear as well. When are you going to Rio? In April. We'll be there a few days before the beginning. It will be like 10 days since 27th until 30th of April. It will be hot, no matter how you look at it, because we're preparing for it. Many people are preparing to fly there as well. So we'll do our work there. A person is asking us how it's going to affect the price of DexNet token. It's going to directly affect it, very directly. You can have a separate AMA session about this, but any forecasts an ungrateful business. Okay, guys, that's all. I thank all of you for the participation. Thank you. Indeed, it was very nice to see all of you here, that there are so many of you. I thank our team, our supporters who helped to coordinate us, and let's get together again next Tuesday. Prepare your questions, prepare your friends, because they need to hear this too, and they need to see it with their own eyes. Okay, enjoy the rest of the evening and see you next Tuesday. Thank you, Alexey. Thank you, Igor. I thank our team. I thank our community. Good luck to all of us. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.